Hello, alright. So a couple of days ago, I did a live stream of us prepping the Minerva world for 1.13, and I figured it would be kind of cool to show you guys sort of what our seed is about. We've never been private about our seeds. We've shared it freely in our information channel, and we tell people about it whenever they ask, and I figured this season I would do like an episode 0 on Minerva. So as I'm recording this, it's August 17th, and we plan to start August 18th, 2018, which will be tomorrow. And I figured I'd pop in here and show you guys what we're working with. I'm going to actually time add, because I didn't expect this to turn to nighttime as soon as I started recording. And I do time add, not set day, because I wanted to save the data up there as well as I could. But I'm sure when we implement one player sleeping and whatnot, then that might get mixed up. But I digress. So our criteria for a seed. I know somebody was asking this in our Discord the other day. The seed that we are using is this right here. It'll be linked below. You guys can check it out. It is an interesting seed in a really cool way. So I'm not going to actually pull up a midst so you guys can see exactly what this looks like. So in a midst, we're in 1.12, but it doesn't really matter because the main thing that 1.13 changes is the huts, which I'll tell you in a bit, and the underwater stuff, which is irrelevant to this discussion. So what you see here is with 32 render distance, when I started on the spawn island, we have a quad witch hut, mushroom island, which is fairly big. I'm not sure that we're going to make an insanely huge farm out of this, and I'll talk about why in a second. But it's a pretty big mushroom island with more up here, and just by eyeballing it, I think that's the only one that's super close by, but there's one way out here. We have a mesa biome right next to a snow biome, and are there any? Yeah, ice plain spikes. So there's spikes biome right down here, and then at 1.13 there are actually some icebergs over here, and then we also have a guardian temple. So all of this is right at spawn. Now the spawn island is only significant because, you know, it's a spawn island. It's fun to have everybody on an island right off the bat, and we also have an ocean, which for 1.13 being the aquatic update is a super cool thing to have. In 1.13, I can actually switch back to the world and show you. I'm not actually sure which direction I have to go in. We're going to wing it. The swamp island, I don't actually know where it is, but we'll find it. The swamp generates 2 of the huts that we need, and then it kind of messes up from there. Here, go to spectator mode. All right, so it's in this direction. The swamp generates 2 huts, but not the quad witch hut, which is weird to me because the swamp is in the same location. We still have this strip of land inland. 1.13, we're on actually the pre-release right now just because it runs a little bit better of 1.13.1, but you know, I'm doing what I can. So it actually generates a hut over in this direction and over in that direction, but my computer is just dying right now. So what I actually did was loaded up this world in 1.12, generated our huts, and then in MC Edit I basically pruned it so we only kept the chunks with the huts in it. So we actually have another chunk, another hut over there, and then another hut over here. So we actually have 6 witch huts within viewing distance, which is, you know, kind of cool. But this is the only thing I had to generate 1.12, and I'm just gonna stop flying around that world because it gets so laggy. And then of course we have not a guardian, but an end portal entrance close by. And I'm actually going to do this sort of live on camera if I can, because I haven't really looked into this too much. We're going to take a pretty chill approach to the nether this season. Is there any way in this world that I can just go to, like, the nether? I don't use amidst much, you guys. Whatever. Anyway, you can see the nether fortress. There's one not too far away. There's another one close by. And then in the nether, this would be a little bit different. But all I do know is that this seed actually has some pretty good huts or nether fortresses nearby. And we're probably just going to make my version of a wither farm, which will just be able to farm, you know, pigmen, which wither skeletons, magma cubes don't spawn as there except for the small ones. Then we get blazes. You basically get all the nether mobs in one farm, minus magma cubes, which are pretty irrelevant because you'll get plenty of blaze rods. We'll have a slime farm, you know. So that'll just farm everything all at once, and all we really need is a fortress for that. We don't even need a huge fortress. It'll work. So I haven't concerned myself too much with that. And that's kind of it. Just sort of a short and chatty video. I'm super excited to start the season. We waited longer past 1.13. A few people called me out in my streams like, hey man, I thought you were going to start. And I'm like, guys, I don't know if you've read the bug list for 1.13, but oh my god, this update is not ready. And I still stand by that. It's not. It's really, really broken for what it is. They sort of screwed the pooch on this one. But honestly, it is August. I was kind of hoping to get back into Minecraft over the summer while most of my subscribers are off of school, but Mojang just took forever. They rushed out 1.13 and then the company went on a vacation. So what can I say? But I personally have done very little research on 1.13. I've learned a bit about it. I'm not completely clueless, but I intentionally stayed away from like the snapshots videos and the rundowns because I wanted to explore this update. I want these, you know, icebergs to be new and exciting. I want these turtles to be like, whoa, what are those? I do know a little bit about them. I want to find a coral reef, which I honestly haven't actually in this world yet. I want to see a coral reef and like explore it genuinely and not just like be, you know, oh, I already know everything. And as far as farming goes this season, I just want to like a little disclaimer. We're going to take it as a backseat. Like, obviously, we're technical players. A lot of us in the community are fairly smart and like to push games to their limits, like my computer is right now. And we like to, you know, farm stuff. I mean, obviously, we're going to do that, but it's not going to be the primary focus. And we're going to try to make our builds not as gigantic. So we're spending a little less time grinding a build and more time streaming or digging a hole for the build or building personal bases. Like a lot of the guys just want to have fun with it this season, and especially because Fortnite's a thing. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's true. Fortnite's a deal that, like, I'm going to be splitting my time pretty evenly with that and other FPS games, because that's just sort of the gamer I am now. So Minecraft isn't going to be, like, my everyday thing anymore. I'm going to play it a lot, you guys. Don't worry about that. I have the utmost intention to put a lot more Minecraft content on my channel, but, you know, it's not going to be the primary focus. It's not going to be the only focus, I should say. So that's all. We're not going to be spending weeks and weeks designing farms anymore. I'll just wait for the people who care more about that stuff than I to come up with stuff. And I might create my own designs. Like I mentioned, the Wither farm, we didn't build it last season because everybody wanted to find the fastest design, even though, you know, 5 skulls a minute, is it? Yeah, 5 skulls a minute is plenty fast. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little rundown on our seed. That just about sort of covers it. To summarize for, you know, the guy who asked in Discord, like what we look for in a seed. As a technical players, quad witch hut is a necessity. It's not even like an option. Like, we need to have a quad witch hut, or it's like we're missing a significant part of what we wanted to do. A guardian temple, fairly close, and this is actually kind of cool. I can show you guys. This seed is super, super good. Like, I don't know if we have a double guardian temple, but there are 4 of them within not that far from each other right up here. And I believe we had a double somewhere in this direction. This might not be a double. You can see they're over 200 blocks apart. But there was one in this direction that there was like a few of them really, really close to each other. And so there are plenty of temples all over the place. There are plenty of pyramids around here. I'm gonna actually make a cut here and find this just so I can talk about it. All right, I'm actually pretty sure this is where it was. I found 4 of them that are like super close to each other. By no means is this a quad guardian temple, and by no means would that make any sense, but like I'm pretty sure all of these would be within render distance of each other, and so, you know, that's just kind of another cool thing. So yeah, I wanted to just share the seed. I think it was shared in our Discord by Jayway a long time ago. I credit where credit's due. Yeah, I'm looking at it on Discord right now. He sent us a Google spreadsheet of 13 good seeds. That's literally the title. And this was in May of 2017. And it's kind of cool to like go back to that list a really long time later and like actually do something with it. And I'm pretty excited. So yeah, if you guys want to catch it, if you guys want to catch the release, I want this video to be kind of timeless, but you know, so tomorrow, basically 24 hours after recording this video, you can see the date right here, I want the server to be released. I might do a video on it. I might stream it. I might do both. I might record a video while I'm streaming. If you guys want to be here for the big, hey, we're starting, then that is the day. That is the day. I think I got into this earlier and then I forgot. My point was like I pushed back 1.13 into 1.13.1, and then I realized that I looked at some patch notes recently and that update's not going to be as huge as I thought, and I'm like, I'm just sick of waiting. So that's the day, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this super to the point, very well structured, totally not recorded off the cuff video on our seed. Take it easy, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.